Minnesota, we here, Wolves Nation, tied up. Yeah, I just want to get on here, talk about the Timberwolves, talk about that game. Anthony Edwards. So we'll start with Anthony Edwards. Huge step in the right direction. Played a much better game. Was he efficient? Not necessarily efficient, but much better game overall. He impacted the game defensively. He has some flaws though. Like his help defense sometimes is absolutely terrible. He'll just stand and watch, and then they'll give up a wide open corner three because Ant doesn't care. But then he'll have those plays where he gets back on the fast break and he swats them out of bounds. Or like he provides value defensively, and then sometimes on the ball he's good, sometimes on the ball he's bad. Like Jamal Murray, Jamal Murray cooked him a couple times, and so it really just depends with Ant. But offensively, I thought he was pretty good. Playmaking, not great, but he rebounded 10 rebounds in a game for Ant. You take that every game. 30 points. Got to the free throw line 9 times. That's pretty good. Not efficient, but it's okay. I thought Ant stepped up this game. Julius Randle was fantastic. Much better from game one. Game one, Julius, I didn't like whatsoever. But this Julius, I thought defensively he looked good. Like when Julius was on Jokic, I mean, he didn't stop Jokic by any means, but it looked okay. And then when Naz Reid went on Jokic, it did not look okay. So Julius, he has a physicality, and then offensively, sometimes when he's feeling it, he's feeling it. I mean, he hit his first 2 threes of the game, ended 2 for 4, but still, like that's good for Julius. Ended with 24, 9, and 6. Was more all around than Ant was. Pretty good game for Julius, all things considered. And then Dante DiVincenzo, absolutely huge. Beginning of the game, to just try to keep him in the game, he hit those 2 threes, just straight swish, and then he had that 3 down the stretch, and then he had the 3 at the very end, the dagger 3 pretty much. Well, then Jokic went dunked on Gobert, but still, like that's pretty much why they got the win, and Christian Brown missing those free throws. So I thought DiVincenzo was awesome. He just makes like little plays as well where, like I remember one time there were 3 Nuggets and DiVincenzo somehow gets the defensive tips it out, but still lets the Timberwolves get a defensive rebound when there's 3 Nuggets there. It was like Jokic, Aaron Gordon, and Christian Brown. Like they should get the offensive rebound there, and DiVincenzo just made it to where they didn't. So I mean, he's an absolute beast. DiVincenzo, he makes little plays that necessarily don't show up in his stat sheet, but his stat sheet was still good. I really like DiVincenzo. Really good game for DiVincenzo. A plus 20 in this game from Dante DiVincenzo. Absolutely amazing. Jaden McDaniels, I thought defensively he was awesome. He on offense he was all right. 7 for 15, 0 for 3 from 3, but like he down the stretch he had a couple fadeaways that he made, and he just kept the Timberwolves fighting and kept the Timberwolves alive, and ultimately ended up giving them a chance to win the game, which is exactly what you need from Jaden McDaniels. And defensively, he was awesome. Ayo Dosunmu, I thought, he had a couple plays that I didn't love, but he came in there and he scored 9 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, did a little bit of everything. Defensively was competing super hard, had a couple offensive rebounds. Like he was really good in this game. I thought it was a -3, but I still thought he played good in his minutes. Bones Highland just came in there and made shots. That's what they need for him. Defensively wasn't great by any means, but he came in there and made shots. He did have that one bonehead play where it was like a 3-on-1 when Tim Hardaway Jr. was freaking out. And instead of just like handing it off to I think it might have been Naz Reid next to him or Julius, someone a lot bigger than him right next to him, he tries to like go up and jelly it, and then Tim Hardaway Jr. just takes a charge. I'm like, if you just shoveled that over last second, that's an easy layup. But Bones Highland, he came in there and made shots, 4 for 5, 3 for 4 from 3, 2 free throws. Like that's what they needed. They needed a scoring punch, and that's what he provided. And then Rudy Gobert, tough game to really evaluate for Rudy Gobert, because I thought offensively and defensively he was okay in the first half. He was fouling a lot, but he was all right. But his first half was not good. I thought he made some stupid decisions. I thought offensively he wasn't really helping whatsoever. He was just making the offense look terrible because he wasn't doing anything like he did in game one. And defensively he was okay in the first half, but he kept fouling. So I'm like, this is a really bad Rudy Gobert game. And then the second half happened, and he was really good. I mean, his final stat line is 2.7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 0 blocks. So -4. Doesn't seem good. But I'm telling you, I thought his second half was fantastic. I think his second half is the reason they won. Jokic, I'll get to Jokic, but he was making Jokic not that big of a factor. He was guarding him insanely well, and I thought Rudy Gobert's second half was spectacular. It's ridiculous that he wasn't a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. I honestly think he should be second or third. You could say Chet second, but he should definitely be third. There's no way Asar Thompson it should be ahead of him in Defensive Player of the Year, but it is what it is. People don't like Rudy Gobert. They don't want to give him the award, but he's one of the most impactful defenders in the league, and he's still going to make all defensive first team, which is good, but should 100% be a finalist. And in games like this, like his second half today, if you go rewatch, he was awesome. He was awesome. And Naz Reid, man, he had a couple good moments. He had an and one. He had a putback where he got fouled, but I just don't think this is a Naz Reid series, and I hate saying that because I really like Naz Reid, but I don't think he can't guard Jokic. Like Jokic just dominates him and overpowers him, like strength wise, just like bodies him down. Offensively, like he's all right, but he's not amazing. I don't think he's amazing enough to justify him playing over these other guys. He doesn't fit next to Julius Randle at all. Defensively, they can't guard anything if it's him and Julius Randle because he's too slow. I remember he had a closeout, I think, on Christian Brown, which that's hard for him to guard, but still he didn't provide any sort of slowing him down. He closed out and Christian Brown just went right around him. Like he can't guard. And Naz Reid's been through a lot. I like Naz Reid. I think he has some value for sure, but I just don't know if this is his series necessarily because, Aaron Gordon. I don't think Aaron Gordon's a great matchup for him. Jokic is certainly not a good matchup for him. Cam Johnson's probably his best matchup, but even that, I think Cam Johnson can go around him easily. So it's like, I don't know. And offensively, sometimes he just doesn't provide enough. He had a couple good moments in this game, but I still don't think he was great by any means. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a Naz Reid series, but I like Naz Reid. That's not to say he's not good. I think if Minnesota does end up winning this series, Naz Reid could end up being big in a San Antonio series. Actually, I don't love that matchup either, but you never know. You never know. I didn't like Naz Reid today at all. Defensively, I just think he hurts them a lot, and so we'll see. We'll see if we get a lot of Naz Reid moving forward, but I certainly wouldn't. Kyle Anderson, Mike Conley played a little bit. They didn't really do much. Just went in, and they were okay. Now, to get to the Nuggets side, man, Jokic, I'm getting to the point with Jokic where I don't know if I think he's the best player in the world anymore, and that's just me being completely 100% honest. I think I might have Shea as the best player in the world because Jokic defensively, man, it's like sometimes he is so bad. He just doesn't provide any sort of rim protection. He doesn't have any verticality. It's just like swipe down, and if he misses, then he's just giving up a layup. Like the times they contest the rim the much is Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown and Cam Johnson, even Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray had a block on Jaden McDaniels. Like Jokic just doesn't do it defensively. He's not good at all. Neither are a lot of these Nuggets players, if we're being real, but Jokic is certainly not good. And offensively to start this series, he just hasn't been good. He hasn't been making shots. 8 for 20 today, 1 for 7 from 3. He cannot make the three-point shot. He airballed like 3 of them today. And even on his 2-point shots, like he just wasn't as good as I would expect Jokic to be. He still finishes with 24, 15, and 8, but I didn't think it was a good game whatsoever. I thought if Jokic played better, they would have won. And I thought in the second half, Gobert really tested him and made it really hard for him. And yeah, I just don't think he was very good. He was a +1, but still didn't like his game whatsoever at all. I thought Jamal Murray was pretty good. Couple stupid decisions, like the one at the end where you're down by 3 and he takes a step back midi, which is not an efficient shot, and it's also just a hard shot in general. And you're down by 3 points and they're not fouling and you shoot that. And his response to that in his post-game interview was they had a timeout, they just needed a bucket, he just needed to make it. But I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not saying shooting a 2 is bad in that scenario, but why would you shoot a midi? I'm like, you should either get to the rim or have someone else get to the rim or shoot a 3. Like, you should not be shooting a midi in that situation. It's just not efficient. It's not a great way to play the game at all. So I don't know, but I still thought he was good. I mean, he had that half court shot tied up at 64 at halftime. So I thought his playmaking was pretty good. Defensively, he had a couple good plays defensively. He was pretty good. I thought Jamal Murray was pretty good overall. A lot better than Jokic was. And Christian Brown's getting a lot of heat that I seen on Twitter for probably missing those free throws, I'd imagine. He had a couple other plays, but I thought Christian Brown overall was pretty good. Personally, that's what I thought. I thought defensively he was probably their best player. Offensively, I thought he did pretty good. I mean, he was 1 for 3 from 3, but that's not terrible. But he had a couple of dunks, he had a couple of layups. Like, he was just getting easy buckets when they left him open, and defensively he actually was providing some sort of value, which a lot of these other guys weren't. Because I don't know why Christian Brown's getting all this heat, but Aaron Gordon isn't. Aaron Gordon played horrible. Aaron Gordon had a terrible game. He had some just terrible shots. He couldn't make a three. What was he, 1 for 4 from 3? Like, that's not good. Defensively, I didn't even think he was that good, which a lot of the time I do like Aaron Gordon defensively, but not necessarily today. I thought Aaron Gordon played a really bad game, especially for his standards, because I think Aaron Gordon's a really, really good player, and I respect Aaron Gordon a ton. But he didn't play good today. Christian Brown played way better than him, and Christian Brown's taking a lot of heat for this, which I don't necessarily understand. And then Cam Johnson's a -10. Wasn't great. Couldn't really hit threes. Fouled a ton. Defensively wasn't that good. I don't think Cam Johnson was very good either, if I'm being completely honest. But once again, Christian Brown's getting all the heat, but I actually thought he played good. Tim Hardaway Jr. played awesome. He should have played more probably. They should have probably had lineups with like Murray, Brown, Hardaway. Like normally I would say Gordon, but it's hard to say Gordon. Probably still Gordon and Jokic. And I don't know that I don't know how much they did that, if they did it at all, but I feel like they should have done that. But Hardaway was good. He had a him 1-3 at that charge when he's freaking out. He hit clutch shots, and he was pretty good overall. Bruce Brown had those 2 top of the key threes that he hit. Pretty big time shots. They end up losing still, but so he had some pretty big time shots. So I thought Bruce Brown was good for his 16 minutes today. Jonas Valanciunas was terrible. He just came in there and was awful. I don't want to see Jonas Valanciunas play a second if I'm Denver. I don't want to see him play another second. And that's pretty much it for like individual players, not just like for the series overall. I think for Minnesota, this is a good sign. It's clearly a sign that you can kind of give them some trouble defensively. I know there's going to be a game when the Nuggets are just on, and they're on the whole game. Like, they were on the first quarter, but I know there's going to be a game where they're on the whole game, and they probably beat Minnesota by 21 game. It's going to probably happen, but if you're Minnesota, you're excited. Jokic hasn't looked good in 2 games, and that's probably a testament more to your defense than him just playing bad, because I mean, 2 games in a row at home, and you make him look like this. You got to try to slow Jamal down a little bit, but it's tough. He's shooting a lot of shots, so it's not the end of the world if he shoots 44%. And then offensively, yeah, I think they need to stop settling and just keep attacking, because Jokic can't guard. He doesn't offer rim protection, and a lot of other defenders just don't really do a good job at staying in front or getting hands on ball. Like, they're just not good defenders. I think they have a pretty good scheme. Like, when Edwards touches the ball and you watch them, everyone is just waiting for him to drive. All their attention's on him, and Edwards has to do a better job at playmaking and being smart and getting people open. Because if they're all going to show them many bodies to you, like, you're going to have a read. Maybe you drive and then make a read. And he did it one time. I think he threw it to McDaniels, who tossed it to Julius, maybe. I might be mixing it up, but he threw it to someone on the left block who threw it to someone on the right block, and they got a layup, and that was perfect. But if you can drive on this team, you're going to pretty much be able to score unless you miss a layup, because they don't really offer rim protection whatsoever. And you just got to be able to slow them down offensively a little bit, and if you do that, which they did today, and they did last game, but they just couldn't score last game, you put yourself in a good position to win. And being tied up 1-1 in the series, and going to Minnesota, that's good. You hope you can't let them steal both games. If you split again, that's not the end of the world. And if you win 2 in a row, that's crazy. You're looking at a really good position. I more so would predict 1-1. I don't really think they're going to just beat the Nuggets twice. The Nuggets, I think, are just too good. Their offense is too good. I think this is going to be a really good series. This is a great game. First quarter, the Nuggets were cooking them, and then the Wolves stormed back, and then third quarter, the Nuggets kind of took the lead, and then fourth quarter, they kind of kept the lead until the end, and then Minnesota just stole the game. So great game for Minnesota. Very happy. I got the T-Wolves shirt on, so I'm excited about it, and I can't wait for the next game of that series. I'm gonna move on now. Minnesota's my team, so I'm gonna talk about them a lot, but I'm gonna just talk about the other games as well. Knicks Hawks. I mean, how do I start it with anyone else but CJ McCollum? CJ McCollum. The Knicks fans were cheering "F you, CJ." He's a dog. CJ's an absolute dog. I didn't think he was gonna play this good in the playoffs. I didn't. I didn't even know if he had this in him anymore, but clearly he does. He's been their best player through 2 games. He has been their best player, better than Jalen Johnson. CJ McCollum has been the best player through 2 games. He was spectacular today. 32 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 54% from the field. And he didn't even shoot the 3 ball that well. Like, he could have played better too. So he's just keeping up flow. He hits big time shots. He hits hard shots. He hits timely shots. Like, he just does everything for them. He's fantastic. CJ McCollum was absolutely brilliant. He's the reason they won this game. Jonathan Kuminga had a very good game. I was talking bad about him last game, but this game he was very good. I thought defensively he provided some value, and I thought offensively he did really good. He hit some big time shots. He drove the ball well. He had a couple and ones. Like he was good. I thought Onyeka Okongwu was decent. I thought Jalen Johnson was all right. Nickeil Alexander-Walker was not good at all, and then Dyson Daniels. I mean, I don't even know how much he can play in this series. If I'm being honest, they're just worse when Dyson Daniel plays. Like, they might as well just. If Kuminga's going to play this good, you roll with Kuminga. Now, the thing about Kuminga is sometimes he sucks as well. So it's tough, but you actually got a good Kuminga game. So if you get a good Kuminga game, yeah, you sit Dyson Daniels down, I think, and you just let Kuminga rock out. But, CJ McCollum's an absolute dog. Crazy that they came back. They were down like this entire game, and the Knicks just let them fight back, and then just steal the game. It's different than Minnesota, because Minnesota came back in the second quarter. Like, they were down 19 in the first quarter, and then they were winning like halfway through the second quarter. Like, no, this game they were down like the whole game, and they just kept fighting, and they just steal the game at the end. For New York, it's tough. This is a bad one. This is a bad one to lose. If you're New York, you got to be really disappointed. I don't think Brunson played good. I don't really think anyone really played that good. I thought Cat was probably the best out of anyone. I thought Cat was solid, but not great. I feel like they were just pretty soft. Letting a team come back that's less talented than you, that's just ridiculous. Defensively, you have to lock in. Offensively, you have to get some sort of buckets sometimes. I just think it was a bad game. Rough game for them overall. Tough for New York. They need to play better. I'm not too worried. I think New York's going to win the series still, but it's concerning that you lose this game. You should be up 2-0 right now. You should be feeling really good about yourselves, and instead you're down. I don't know. I've seen this thing on Twitter that they actually didn't have a timeout at the end. If that's true, then ignore this, but if you do have a timeout at the end, I don't know how you don't use that, especially seeing how the play was going. It's like, I don't know how you don't call the timeout there, but they didn't. They lose, and that's what CJ McCollum giving them a chance to. CJ McCollum missed 2 free throws, and Jalen Brunson was hitting multiple threes down the stretch to even give him a chance. Like, bad game, just terrible game from New York. I would be pretty concerned if I was them, but there's not much more to say. CJ McCollum, absolute dog. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for another game. And then this Cleveland game, James Harden he's such a good player, and he's so amazing for this team. I'm telling you guys, Cleveland is dangerous. I think they're going to make the finals. I'm on record saying that. I put it in predictions on my TikTok channel, Chromeball8. Go check it out. I think he's so good. He's so good offensively. You put him in the pick and roll, he's amazing. He can isolate. He just gives this offensive dynamic that they didn't have with Darius Garland. And then when you have Donovan Mitchell and he's scoring the ball this well, it's like, I don't know how you stop them. I don't know. And then Evan Mobley gave you an insane game too. I don't know how you stop them offensively. Even the Raptors, who I think they have some of the right defenders to try to slow them down, they just didn't. They're too good. Their offense is too good. Their role players didn't even really give them much. Dean Wade I thought was really good, but he didn't score really. But I thought he played a good game. But they didn't even need it. Their star players showed up. They're just really good, and I think they're going to beat Detroit, and I think they're going to beat Boston as well. That's what I'm saying. But I think they would beat New York as well. I don't know how you guard them. Boston would be. I think Boston would be a really good series though, because Boston got some talent too. I mean, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum is better than Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, even though I do think it's closer than people like to admit. But that would be a fun series. That would be a really fun series. But yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to guard them if you're the Raptors. They got two guys offensively that are just ridiculous, and the Raptors' offense just isn't good enough to kind of expose some of the Cavs' flaws defensively. Because yeah, if you're gonna beat the Cavs, you have to kind of exploit their defense and score a lot of points on them, because they definitely have flaws defensively. But I don't think the Raptors are good enough, especially without Emmanuel quickly, to really expose them defensively. And offensively, the Cavs, like, it's really hard to slow them down. So I think this could be over in 5. I like to say the Raptors will steal one in Toronto, but I don't know if they will. I could see this being in 4, but I'm going to say in 5. I'm going to say Cleveland in 5, but not a good series. Hard matchup. I don't think Cleveland's a 4 seed type of team. I think they're a 2 seed or 1 seed type of team, and playing them in the first round sucks. If you are Toronto, though, I mean, you got to be excited. Colin Murray-Boyles, he looked awesome this game. He's a rookie. Like, there's something to really be excited with. There's something you can really build off of. Scotty Barnes is an All-NBA player. RJ Barrett looked really good today as well. So, you have something with those guys. Colin Murray-Boyles, again, defensively, he's awesome. And then offensively, I thought he looked really good too. He's going to be a really good player. He's awesome. I said that was an awesome pick when they picked him. Jamal Shedd, wasn't a good game, but he's really a bench player, so you obviously have a player there. And Brandon Ingram didn't give you anything. He was awful. He was absolutely terrible. He hit, a corner 3 at the end of the game, too. Otherwise, he would have had 4 points. He was terrible. I mean, Brandon Ingram has to give you something, and Jakob Poeltl, 9 minutes? I don't know, man. I don't know. They got pieces, but they're not going to beat the Cavs. That's really what it is. I like Jacoby Walter too, and he actually had a decent game. I don't know. Cavs are really good. I think the Cavs are going to win. I think the Knicks are going to win. But the thing about, I don't know if I think the Nuggets are going to win, because Minnesota, I think they can really score at ease with them. That's a really tough game for me, but I'm not too worried. But 2 teams tied up. Cleveland take a 2-0 lead, but Cleveland's also really good. But I think that's really all I got to say. I just had to hop on here and talk about Minnesota because I like Minnesota. We'll see next time I pop out on here. I don't know what it'll be, if something exciting happens, or maybe just after all the game 2s, or maybe after all the game 3s get done. I don't know. I'll pop in here at some point. But yeah, I'm out this Sean. Peace out, buddy.